Welcome to the world of the Google Nexus 7. I just hope you haven't got a defective one. The first thing you need to do is check the physical condition of the screen. There have been reports of the screen separating from the casing, so much so that a creaking noise can be heard when you press on the borders. So, run your fingers down the side of the Nexus and make sure it's flush and fixed to the sides, and give the edges of the screen a good press too. An additional tip I picked up after I first made this video is to hold the Nexus at a 40 to 45 degree angle. You should see the silver shell rim just above the glass at the opposite end of the tablet as you run along its surface. As you can see here, I have a tiny lift of glass, but I wouldn't have even spotted it had I not done this test, so I'm relatively happy that mine isn't a faulty unit. Next, download a free screen test application that changes the whole colour of the screen with a touch. This will help you check for any light bleeding in from the edges of the screen when it's black, and it will also let you check if there are any dead or fixed pixels anywhere on the screen. Finally, download a screen touch test application and give the screen a good seeing to with finger presses, gesture swipes and multi-touch actions. If the Nexus passes all of these tests with flying colours, then you're on your way. But just remain vigilant for the first couple of weeks, and if you do spot any problems, don't be afraid to return your device to wherever you bought it from. The 7-inch form of the Nexus lends itself more to use in portrait rather than landscape, but there will always be times when you want to tilt your device long ways. The problem is that's not going to do anything on the home screen, nor will it do anything in internet browsers either. That's because out of the box the screen rotation of the Nexus is locked. So to unlock it, simply swipe down from the top of the screen. This will display notifications and a few options. One of those options is to turn on screen rotation as demonstrated here. Now internet browsers and other applications should switch to landscape when you tilt the device. This, however, will never happen on the home screen. If you do want your home screen to tilt, you'll have to download another home launcher. Jelly Bean looks to be Android's best operating system yet, but it does come with some slight compatibility issues. Some applications in the marketplace will state that they are incompatible with the device, and that includes my own app at the moment. There is a way to resolve this, however it does require some legwork. The short answer is to install APK files manually from outside Google Play. The long answer involves the following. First of all, you need to find the app outside the marketplace, so you can download the installation APK file. In this example, I found the BBC Olympic app on the XDA forums, and I downloaded it to my computer. Next, I uploaded the APK file to the cloud storage service Box. I then used the Box app on my Nexus to download the file onto the tablet. After doing this video, by the way, I realised that I could have just found the same link on the tablet itself and downloaded the APK file straight to my Nexus. Duh. Anyway, go to settings and make sure the unknown sources is ticked so you can install the APK file from outside the marketplace. With any luck, you should be able to install the app you want. Be aware, of course, that this side loading trick can't guarantee that the app will work on a Nexus, and be careful downloading APK files from random locations. As Flash isn't officially supported on the Nexus, this is the only way of getting Flash on your tablet, but there'll be more on that in a future video. It turns out that Mr. Jobs was right. Flash, the web component that plays games and videos on the internet, is dying. The reports are that it will never be properly supported for the Jelly Bean operating system. That presents a problem because the internet is still awash with Flash components. Take the BBC iPlayer website for example. It uses Flash, which means you can't play videos on your lovely new tablet. So what are your options? Well, first of all, forget Google Chrome browser that comes with a Nexus. This application has never supported Flash on mobile devices and never will. You're going to find similar compatibility issues with other browsers too. The Dolphin browser, for example, simply tells you the option is switched off on Jelly Bean operating systems. Furthermore, if you try to find the Adobe Flash Player application in Google Play, you're not going to get very far because it simply isn't there. However, there is a solution to all this, but it does require a couple of steps. First of all, you need to find the Adobe Flash Player app outside of Google Play. I found it by searching the term Flash on Jelly Bean. I ended up at the XDA forum and downloaded it from there. I will include a link in the description to help you find it. While you're downloading the application, make sure you can install apps from unknown sources. You can do this through settings. Check my previous video on this for more details. This is a trick called side loading, and it allows you to install apps that are not officially compatible with your device. The notification bar at the top of the screen will tell you when the download has finished. Simply press on the download to install it. So that's part 1 done. Flash is now installed on your tablet. Now you need to find a browser that will allow you to use Flash on the internet. The browser that seems to work the best at the moment is Mozilla Firefox, that's currently in beta on the Google Play Market. It's compatible with Jelly Bean, so pop off and download it now. Again, I'll include the link in the description. By the way, if you are wondering what Jelly Bean is, it's the name of the operating system your Google Nexus 7 runs on. Now, once that's installed, open up the browser and navigate to the website. For me, it's back to iPlayer. As you can see, the browser is detecting the mobile version, which isn't supported, so you may need to request the desktop site as demonstrated here. Now, when I try to play the program, the browser detects the Flash content and a message appears saying, "Tap here to activate plugin." Well, let's tap it and see what happens.
This is one of the most sophisticated space vehicles ever built.
As you can see, it works great and it's quite stable too. Bear in mind though that I am on the BBC website here, so I can't guarantee the same stability on other sites. And nevertheless, Flash is now installed and working on your tablet. Enjoy! Just like a computer, the Nexus 7 has a print screen function, so you can take screenshots of what's currently displayed on your tablet. All you need to do is press 2 buttons at the same time for about a second. So if you press and hold the power button and the volume down button, the tablet will take a snapshot of your current screen just like this. These pictures are stored in a directory called Screenshot in your gallery. A nice touch to this feature is that if you swipe down to show notifications, it will give you a preview of the picture, and you can choose to share your picture through all the usual channels. You may have noticed that the Nexus 7 has a camera pointing at you all the time. What you may have not noticed is that there is no app out of the box that allows you to use this camera for taking pictures. Well, you can easily remedy this with an app such as Camera Launcher for Nexus 7. This will install a simple camera app that allows you to take pictures using your camera. Obviously, it's not a front-facing camera, so it has limited use, but we seem to get some fun out of it, but that's because we're crazy. A very simple tip today, but an important one which caught me out a little bit when I first started using a Nexus. Obviously, it has a headphone socket, and this is located on the bottom side of a tablet. And you would expect it to work like any other, and it does. But you just have to give it a bit of brute force. As you can see, I've plugged it in and it feels secure and fixed. But as you will hear, it's not properly plugged in.
Release of the Android operating system so far, we were taking...
So don't be afraid to push your headphones firmly in and you'll feel them click in when you do. And yes, sorry about the Apple Buds. Those little icons in the top left hand part of the screen are notifications. There are a couple of neat things you can do with them too. First of all, temporary notifications such as emails can be flicked away if you don't need to see them. The top notification here is a battery meter from an application, and it can be minimised by a pinch gesture. To maximise the notification again, simply unpinch. Now I'm going to take a screenshot of my Nexus screen, which leaves a preview picture within the notifications tray. Now I have 2 notifications with preview options, and again I can minimise and maximise both with pinch gestures. And when I no longer want the picture to appear in a notification tray, I can flick it away. I can't do the same thing with a battery meter because it's a permanent notification. So to remove this, I would need to go into the application itself and switch off the appropriate setting. The Nexus 7 is a noisy little device. When you take it out of the box, it's defaulted to have all its sounds turned on, so pressing on buttons and icons will produce plenty of clicking noises. And it goes completely to town if you use the keyboard. So if these sounds are a touch irritating and you want to save a bit of battery life, go to Settings, then Sound, and untick the Touch Sounds checkbox. To turn off keyboard clicks, go to Language and Input, then the Settings icon for the Android keyboard, and then untick Sound on key press. Now listen to this. Silence is bliss. Those boys at Google like to have a bit of fun and always inject a little bit of humour into their software. So here are a couple of small Easter eggs for you to find within Jelly Bean. First of all, if you go to Settings, then About Tablet, and tap on the Android version number a couple of times, the suite this operating system is named after will appear. Secondly, click on the microphone on the home screen and say this.
Do a barrel roll.
Magic!